Hello there. Welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures. Welcome out to Barstow. We haven't camped in this spot in quite a long time. It's been probably a couple of years. I know a little bit last year I came out with Kyle to the general area, but not to this spot. This is our favorite spot. And, it's the end of February. Going to be March here in a couple days. And, we've had a lot of rain in February. And if you're ever going to come out to this area, this is, Copper City Road is, what is that? Quarter mile, half mile, that way direction. Excuse me. If you're ever going to come out to this area, this is the time of year to do it. One, it's not hot yet. However, it's supposed to be about 80 today. And I'm wearing a flannel right now, which, to be honest with you, it's not necessary. It's already pretty warm. But look how green everything is. Probably going to have to record some of this with a different camera so you can get an idea of how green it is. And you've got all these purple blooms out here. I don't know if you can see it. But along all that green, you've got some purple, the purple little flowers, and you can see them. If I pan down, you can see them here. Just gorgeous this time of year. And as you already might be able to tell, there's zero wind. And it is so quiet, your ears ring. All I hear is the little birds all around. Heard that bee go buzzing by. So we're out here for the weekend. We're celebrating our wedding anniversary, the wife and I. She's in the trailer. When we come out, she likes to sleep in, and I support that. That's approved. I'm not good at sleeping in. I get up early in the morning, and I have to force myself to stay in bed. So I don't know what time it is. It's probably somewhere close to 8 o'clock or around 8 o'clock. I don't really know. But out here to celebrate our anniversary. Our anniversary is actually a couple of weeks ago, but that's President's Day weekend. And it's not my favorite weekend to go camping because the desert's usually pretty busy over that holiday weekend. So we like to go a week or two after to celebrate it. Anyway, I don't have much of an agenda for this weekend. Today at some point, we're going to do some riding on the ATVs, quads, four-wheelers, whatever you call them. We're going to do some riding on there. Again, no specific agenda. I have nothing in mind I want to go see. I think we're just going to drive around and enjoy the green scenery because this is the only time of the year you get to see it. Okay, and away we go, viewers. Sort of like I mentioned previously, just a minute or so ago to you all, no agenda. I think I'm going to go out to where the big lake bed is and we'll head west from that way towards Inscription Canyon. I don't think we're going to go visit it. Although we might. Maybe we'll stop there and have a snack. I don't know. But we will do that. I want to see what kind of water's in those trails. We're not going to be riding in the mud. I'm not about getting all muddy, but I'm just curious what's out there. Should just be a nice, relaxing sort of ride today. Old Tonka Town. Wonder if it's any different versus last time I was here in October. Not really. People just move stuff around, add stuff. Yeah, that flag looks pretty good. I don't remember it looking that good last time, but you know, I don't really remember. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Viewers, I know many of you have asked if the repairs or work I did on the belt here on Darth, on the cleaning out the clutch and putting a new belt in, has fixed it. Well, I did that probably, in August? This is now the very, very end of February, the last weekend of February. And we did, I don't know, well over 100 miles riding up in Mammoth. Over 100 miles riding with Seth, over 100 miles riding with Kyle, and then King of the Hammers week, the week I was there, I put down almost 100 miles on this thing, and it's been fine. So again, I'll say, I don't know if I fixed it. I really don't know, but it does seem to be better. It hasn't acted up since. I have to assume that what I did to it fixed it, but don't know. All I know is it's better. Anyway, back to riding. All these purple wildflowers. I don't know what kind of flower they are. Somebody in the comments tell me what sort of flower these are, but they are, well, they're quite lovely. On some of these trails, there's this other plant called a desert candle. I don't know what its real name is. I'm curious if we're going to see any of those. They're really neat. Well, viewers, if you watched the video from October when I came out camping with Kyle, that would be my oldest daughter's now fiance. Congratulations there. This is where we camped, right here. Pretty good spot to camp. I'm surprised nobody's here, if I'm honest. The only issue I had is this ground has got, it's hard to tell, but it's got a pretty wicked slope. So we had the trailer like one side up in the air, and it was, anyway, pretty good little camp spot. Somebody's had a little camp spot back here. Check this little spot out. Viewers, you know what I picture here? I mean, obviously I'm going to make a story up right here, but I could imagine some old dude in the Old West coming through on horseback. Maybe it's Arthur Morgan, if you know what I mean. Coming through and just setting up his little tent here and hitching his horse to one of these bushes and having a camp here overnight. That's what this looks like to me. Like I said, I just made that up, but it's exactly what this looks like. Pretty neat. Such a neat little spot here. One of these days, I'm going to get the nerve up to climb up that. Not this day. And we've come around to what is a spectacular view. Wow. Pretty cool view. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, it's neat here. Yep, one of these days I'm going to climb that. No, I think it looks worse than it is, but today's not the day, I think. I'm too much wanting to just relax today. With how green this hill is. You're going to hear me say, can't believe how green it is. Look how green it is. Many, many times today. Apologies for that in advance, viewers, but you don't get to see this very often. This is typically an area where you can just go really fast, but I don't want to. If I look back, oh yeah, that whole trail's full of water. Oops, this may not have been the right direction. Yep, was not the right direction. I picked up a little mud. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's all right. We're gonna. Well, that is a trail that goes somewhere else, so we're gonna go around to the right. Where are you going? It's not. Yeah, it's not bad through here where I'm going. It's soft, but it's not like it's really flinging a bunch of mud. It's pretty good. Viewers, don't judge me. We don't like mud. Oh, let's go over here. We don't like mud. We don't like cleaning the mud. We're desert folk. I do like to look at the mud. All right, I think we can get back on the trail now. So this is super soft through here. When it's completely dried out, this turns into a bit of a silt bed. So when you come through here, you're just making a cloud of silt coming through here. But it's a little bit damp, so it's not so bad. It's actually quite pleasant. All right. Okay. Well, viewers, we've decided to go ahead and make a bit of a pit stop, have a little snack, get some water. We've been riding, I don't know, about 30, 40 minutes, somewhere in there. We've covered almost 20 miles, some 18, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. It's not important. We're just out here having a pretty relaxed ride. Saw some mud. That was pretty cool. But the views out here, I'm going to flip this camera around and show you what's that direction. This spot it's really incredible. I'm going to pan around, look a bit north as well. It's just awesome out here. There's hardly any wind, just the slightest of breeze, which is awesome. It's a little warm, so when you're not moving and you're wearing black, you know, it's warm, but as soon as you get moving again, nice and cool. So I'm going to enjoy an Uncrustable snack because they're delicious. And I guess in a little bit, we'll probably just get back to riding. We're going to head in a that way direction more towards Inscription Canyon, but we're not going to go there. We were just there in October. Towards that way, but then we're going to cut a bit north, make a big loop around this, through the other side of this valley, across the lake bed over there, go to the other side and see what else we can see. Motorcycle just rode by. He honked his little horn and said, "Meep, meep." All right, off we go. We've had a little snack, a little bit of a recharge, and off we go. That's a pretty view right there. More desert candles right here by the trail. Look at that. Oh yes, I knew we were going to come to a field. I got to stop and get out the telephone and get some pictures of this. All right. You don't see these too often, people. The desert candles, you know. Excuse me while I get my phone out to try to make a photograph or 7. These desert candles. I keep wanting to say candela, and I have no idea why. They're just super cool. And you only get to see them this time of the year. Okay, back to the trails, people. Had to stop for some pictures of the desert candles because they're amazing. Okay, oh, the seat is hot. Just open up to this big plain here. From here, if we went left, it would take us to Husky Monument directly, but we're going to go right. I think that may have been a sonic boom. We do get those out in this area. Oh, wow. That lake bed is half water. All right, let's see if we can get across this lake bed. What? Wow, look at you get a shine from the... This is very wet. Maybe it looks like it's wet, but it's not. I wouldn't want to get off and try to walk in it, that's for sure. Yeah. I think we're headed right for water, though. The exit's over here, and I think we're gonna have to go back. The exit's dead ahead. But we're not doing that. There's a road to get out the other direction. It's so crazy. Yeah. But we're not sinking in it, which is crazy. Wow. All right, well. We're gonna go that way. There's a trail that goes out the end of it. I heard it. Well, we're back at camp. That was a pretty good little ride. And you can tell it was a good ride if you just look over at the quads. We managed to not avoid all of the mud. You know, we found some of it, and that's all good. So now I've got some hot dogs. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, it's passed. I've got some hot dogs on the grill. We're gonna have some lunch, a little bit of a late lunch, but that's okay. We're gonna have some lunch, and then we're gonna get ready, and we're actually gonna head back out for another ride. Now, this next ride I'm not gonna be able to film because, well, all my batteries are dead. And even this battery is down to like 8%. So, we're gonna enjoy that ride. I have my phone with me. If I record anything, I'll just do it with that. But no riding video on the next ride. But I'll catch back up with you probably this evening.